Hey everybody, I'm Gary Dingus, Director of National Content and Video for Gatehouse Media, and I'm joined today by Daphne Chen, a Gatehouse journalist who took a look at the world of competitive eating. You know, with July 4th just around the corner, it's a lot of contests are happening around the country. The most famous one, of course, is probably the Nathan's Hot Dog one. Daphne, tell us what you found when you were looking into this.
Well, it was a really fun project to do. I think one of the things that was the most interesting was just how complicated it is for these organizing bodies to just count how much these eaters have eaten because they go so fast. So at Nathan's Hot Dog Contest, which, like you said, is the most famous one, last year they actually had a miscount because the counters couldn't keep up. I mean, these eaters are eating 2 or 3 hot dogs at a time. And so we kind of did a story about all the different types of foods that people have eaten and the different ways that they measure them.
Now, tell me, obviously, we know about the hot dog eating contest, but there were a lot of other ones that I hadn't heard about before. Maybe that's a good thing considering it seems a little icky, but tell us
Yeah.
about some of the other competitions that you found out about.
Yeah, well, my personal favorite is the world record for eating mayonnaise. Someone ate 8 pounds of mayonnaise on live television back in 2002, and no one has surpassed that record yet. I don't think anybody really wants to even try. But, you know, right now, the champion of competitive eating, pretty much everyone agrees, is a man named Joey Chestnut. He's won almost every single Nathan's competition for the last couple of years. And so this year we'll see what he can do. There's a lot of other funny records. I mean, I think the world record for eating jalapenos, pickled jalapenos, is something like 275. The world record for eating wings, chicken wings, in 30 minutes is a woman named Molly Schuyler who ate 501 wings in 30 minutes. So these are some pretty amazing feats.
Now, what do these people tell you? Why did they get into this? I mean, you can have all sorts of hobbies. Who decides they want to one day go into competitive eating?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to a retired competitive eater. He was once number 2 in the world. He just got into it because he was bored. These people don't make a lot of money. I mean, for the most part, he was making 25, 35 grand a year is what he said. And so most of them keep other jobs. So he worked at a pizzeria. There's another famous competitive eater who was a subway line driver in New York. Really, if only people who are number 1, like Joey Chestnut, can actually make a living off of this. So for the rest, it's just for fun, and it's something that they do to challenge themselves.
Now, I mean, eating 2 or 3 hot dogs is enough for most people. 30, 40, 50, 60. I mean, did any of these people talk to you about what it does to their bodies?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So the eater that I spoke to, who's retired now, actually retired because he was concerned about his health. There's not a lot of research that's been done on these people and how they can do it, but for the most part, they practice expanding their stomachs. So they'll chug, gallons of water in one sitting and then just puke it up. This is sort of the first generation of competitive eaters that's ever taken it as far as they have. The world record for hot dogs right now is 74 hot dogs. And, according to the eater that I spoke to, you vomit it up. You might feel a little funky for a day or two, but after that, you're back to normal. But, it is a very extreme sport.
Now, talk to me about maybe 1 or 2 takeaways that you were maybe surprised to find out about from this story when you were doing all your research and crunching the data.
I think I was just surprised about how much people had eaten. And also, you would think that a lot of these competitive eaters might be bigger people, but a lot of them are quite fit, quite healthy people. They're just really, really focused on eating through the discomfort, discipline, practice, training. I mean, they treat it like any other sport. And so while, on the outside, it does seem a bit outlandish, humorous, the people who are eating and competing at this level, they take it absolutely seriously.
All right, Daphne Chen from the Gatehouse National Investigative and Data Team. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.